Chris Chinnock here for Insight Media. I'm at the CES 2023. Just had a tour of the LG display booth, looking at their monitors and gaming panels as well as transparent displays. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a rundown. In that area, they were doing some comparisons between LCD gaming monitors and OLED, white OLED monitors, as you might expect, because the speed of response for LCDs, they were quoting at 3 milliseconds, and for the OLED at 0.03 milliseconds, so 100 times faster response. And they, of course, showed some images to illustrate the advantages of that fast response. And we're also talking about this new ClearMR metric from VESA. So it's a way of measuring, it's like MPRT, but a little bit different, I'm told. I don't really know the specification, but it's a way for, I guess, an improved way for understanding the motion response of the display. So obviously the OLEDs are doing better there. They then also compared the 45-inch OLED monitor to a curved monitor to a 34-inch QD-OLED monitor, and showed some of the issues with the QD-OLED, especially when you have ambient illumination, which raises the black level and can also distort some of the colors. And they also said the curvature of at least the current QD-OLEDs is limited to around 800 radius, and I'm sorry, is limited to 1800 radius, and the OLEDs the white OLEDs can get to 800, so a tighter curve around for personal gaming applications. They also noted the reflections are higher on the QD OLED monitor, which can be distracting. But I didn't really see it when I was in the sweet spot, but as you move outside the sweet spot, those reflections become much more visible. Very typical characteristic of a curved monitor. They also showed some interesting ways of getting the curvature in these monitors. So they showed an automated way of bending the monitor. They showed then a lever that can move the monitor to various curvatures, and they had handles on either side of the monitor that could bend it to however the user wanted it. And that actually can have one side can be curved differently than the other. And they said they had done some research, or someone had done some research, that said different genres of content, even different games, required or users preferred different curvatures, which is kind of interesting. So sports might be flat, but first-person shooter might have extreme curvature, for example. We then moved to the transparent OLEDs. They have, I believe, a 55-inch that's currently available right now. They're going to be launching a 30-inch as well as a 77-inch for this year in mass production. And it's a 30.5 inch or so. And that may be offered, it will be offered probably in 2024 as a white OLED panel as well, a traditional white OLED panel, possibly for TVs, but it'll probably start as a gaming monitor, I was told. In terms of transmissivity, they've improved that from 40% to 45%, and the brightness has moved from 400 to 600 nits. These actually look pretty good, better than I had remembered them. They're also going to be supplying this with their own driver boards, and they have a screen that can be pulled up, a blocking screen in back of it if you wanted to have it in a more traditional TV mode. But they're also looking at electronic solutions there, electrochromic or photochromic kinds of solutions. So that's all I was told about. Chris Chinnock for Insight Media.